want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up or make us do something. We don't want to bite down on you. Right now, on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the road, you fraudulent. Waiting on the race for the stars in it. 4x4, double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like all in the scratches. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, beating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you broke them off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. What's on the skeleton sausage? I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop me. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. Running behind the block, they gon' block me. Quavo, your arm, I said you barking. Watch the glitch on the left, we gon' block em. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Running man, we gon' cover you properly. Man, you can't beat me in pocket. Reds on this, my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback, niggas on 4th and 3. Hit the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff them down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back in. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. I just had the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the paper, the book of the champion. You flip if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, I'm first in the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get on. The loss of excuses, cause we gotta win. Look at this sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your man, and look at your plan. Look at your stance and look at your hand. I really like
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And now running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Just bad.
A great effort there. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
46.
Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now Kamara. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the light...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. He spins free, and now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they won't bump that to his resume reel, but that might be one of the best one-yard runs I've seen.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I just started. You always call when I just start. So that ain't my fault. It's your fault. What's up? How work going?
47.
Everybody show up today?
Throw is Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd
Hey, you
down.
want to work on the weekend? Hey, can't complain about it.
Going to 53.
Huh? Man, it's alright. I took some videos of it. I mean, I'll just check it out. And shit, you know.
Prescott to
It's
throw.
okay.
Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw,
Yeah.
so he just tossed it away. But
Yeah,
that
they was
brings
tripping
up
because
fourth.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry.
it wasn't
That went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That
it
ball
didn't
had to
like
be
it
gotten
didn't
rid
even
of,
start like
otherwise he was gonna
till
get
shit
sacked.
damn near 12 o'clock. I was like, damn. Man, that same thing about 2 songs on it.
And now with the play clock winding down,
About
Jason
two
Garrett opts to
about
take
2
a
songs of
timeout.
his,
They'll have 2 remaining
and
as we step
everything
aside here
else
in
was-
this second quarter.
was somebody else's shit. I ain't lying. I was like, what?
46.
Yeah, shit. I couldn't believe it.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is Amari Cooper. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I'll let you see the
Clock
video when
running
you come
under
home,
4 to
but,
play
I mean, it
now as
wasn't-
they come up on 1st and 10.
That nigga sung about 2 songs of his, and everybody else was a mix of everybody else shit.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
It was cool. I mean, it was all
Nice
right.
job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must
Shit,
say.
and
only
after he
getting 1 yard, there
did
was no room
his
to run.
little vamp of everybody else, then he went off stage, said he was coming back. That was about 12:50, and so I was like, man, I'm about to go. So I think I left around about 1. I said, let me go get me something to eat. So I went and got some gas. And
46.
Prescott
after
to
that-
throw this time. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
I went out to get.
And
I
they'll
went.
get it all
I
the
was
way
over there
up
by
about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a
that
nice
QT
gain
over
of
there where I used to work
21
at,
yards.
and I was right down the street from the ice center. So I
Brandon,
just
so
go
many
to the ice
times we
center
see
and
the
get something to eat.
crossing
Then
route
I go
start
over
as a
there.
quick hitter, but in
And
this
it's
play, he had time
DC.
in the
What's his
pocket
name?
and waited for
DC
him to
Young Fly.
clear
He
going
over there.
across.
I guess he had a
This
comedy show. I
offense
didn't know.
finding its legs now.
So
Here's
they in there
another
taking
1st and
pictures. They
10.
wouldn't let nobody in the ice center. He had the audio food on the outside. I was like, what the fuck? Really? Yeah, that took about 45 minutes. I was like, God damn. So, yeah.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to take
that
this
took about
across
45
the 50
minutes
into Saints territory.
So
it's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Crazy. So after that, I waited about a good 45 minutes to get my food. Then after that, shit, I came on home. Shit, that was it.
2 minutes remain here in the first
half. Oh, no, I called my buddy,
We're
but he already shooting pool. And said, I was like, oh, well, man, you already shooting pool. Go ahead and do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to, mess him up with doing what he was doing. He was already shooting pool and shit.
Again to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does
what he does. I ran up out of here
because I play my game. Doesn't it?
So
but in this case, it's perfectly apt. He's one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First down, Prescott eluding the pressure right, and he takes a shot
on the
release as this will be incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Anybody got no food?
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I thought they usually buy y'all food on the weekend if you show up. Oh.
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
46. 46.
What'd you say?
46. 46.
Oh, okay.
Now Prescott. Airing it out for Hurns. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns,
chicken breast out the refrigerator.
As the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I said I'm going to get it, man, down.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
What you going to cook?
Ball game here as the kick's away.
All right, since you want to talk shit.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I got you,
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Get set.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. The final shot before half for Breeze. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
A give to Elliott running left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I'm glad to hear you, man.
Now this time he'll look to throw. But he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
This is Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming up?
Oh, elbow ball!
You're scripting 12 I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even. Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it in with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 63 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Tim carry now for Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on 1st down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And out across midfield down to the 45. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they take it late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow.
Oh, my God, we right there.
Smoothest day for him. They certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
Luck's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
46.
Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Prescott to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here we go, 46. 26.
First down, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5...
Really necessary. Get the message like a sex